Hey, Salut Friends. This is Jaipur Homme Eau de Parfum from Boucheron, which has come to be appreciated by many in the fragrance hobby and has even connected with the wider public. I've also been on board with the praise this one gets. Has become a 90s classic at this point, so here I am to share my 2 cents. Before that, I've just finished this bottle, so let's fix that. There you go. So this is a 1998 release, the Eau de Parfum Flanker. Boucheron is of course a jewelry designer from 1858. They are especially known for their extravagant work for the royals, be it from Russia, the United Kingdom or India. They have a decent collection of fragrances, starting with the eponymous Boucheron, then Jaipur. There are variations marketed to women as well. Some of their private collection fragrances are also good, especially at discounters. They even tried their hand at a blue fragrance with Singulier in 2022. Which did not pan out unfortunately. Having said all that, this has got to be their best fragrance easily. The perfumer behind is Annick Minardo, whose work I admire, especially a fan of Bois d'Argent from Dior and Bois d'Harmonie from Guerlain. I particularly like the way she works with resins. Her fragrances seem to have this sense of age to them, as in they don't smell old, but a patina, as if they have lived through time and experienced a lot of things. For instance, Bois d'Argent smells like someone from old money in France. This sort of timelessness is difficult to pull off when some fragrances that came before 5 years already smell out of place. Coming back to Jaipur Homme, it pays homage to a few elements. The name Jaipur itself refers to a city in the state of Rajasthan in India, right near the northwestern border. It is considered India's archetypal land of kings, and as such was home to a lot of royals, especially the Rajputs, with forts and palaces everywhere. Lots of Mughal influence and heritage, starting from architecture to embroidery to cuisine. So this pays homage to the gardens of those royals or Maharajas. Also Louis Boucheron's trips to India in the 20s, and to recognize the biggest order of jewelry made by one of those Maharajas at their Place Vendôme boutique in Paris. Coming to the smell itself, this is characterized as an oriental amber basically, so lots of spices and vanilla, but surely there is more going on here. I'm getting a lot of florals and what comes across like a clever application of synthetics. In the departure, you get the medley of citruses, lemon, bergamot and citron. So you get the bright, tangy, fresh, energizing opening. Lemon is the dominant citrus for me. It is more of a smooth application here than a zesty one. Some sharp green hints too, could be from the lime or the lemon leaves. As the citruses settle down a bit, the spice blend starts to come through. There is a mix of cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom and clove. Cinnamon is the most dominant spice for me, followed by the clove. The woody, dry warmth of the cinnamon is evident. Cardamom and nutmeg are kind of sprinkled in there. Then clove with its somewhat bitter mentholated facets complements them. The amber also starts to come through straight away. Right from the departure of the citruses, what sets this apart from other similar fragrances is this fuzzy, soft woodiness that is present throughout. I think it is for a reason they have used this frosted glass in the bottle design, indicating the texture. From some information that I have been able to gather online and my own guesses, it could be a combination of Isoy Super, Cashmere and Hedione. Hedione was made popular by Eau Sauvage just before, and at the time more and more fragrances were starting to increase the dosage of Isoy Super to give this sense of suspension, longevity, lift, modernity and of course performance, while still maintaining neutrality. Then as you move to the mid, the florals start to come through. Rose, jasmine, heliotrope, carnation and orange blossom are listed. They are not so dominant but still detectable. Obviously at the time, even fragrances that were considered super masculine had a blend of florals thrown in. The rose and jasmine give that plushness. There's a clean soapiness to the scent. That might as well be from the orange blossom. Heliotrope adding to the fuzziness that I mentioned before. And carnation, which we do not see much nowadays, complementing the spicy clove. As you go further, the lemony facets and the florals come along. Then the amber, which appeared at the start, takes over, For me, it's more of a vanilla and benzoin heavy amber and less labdanum. The vanilla brings a much needed sweetness, though more in a controlled manner, a creamy, warm, spicy, smooth vanilla without going syrupy or juvenile. The benzoin brings that soft, resinous quality further, adding to the softness that I mentioned before. So there is this dichotomy of coolness and warmth going on. This oscillation between creaminess and powderiness is one that Anique Minardo seems to do really well. When you think it is powdered, it moves to the other side and vice versa. A big tonka bean coumarin facet is present here as well. Now they do not list lavender or geranium in the note breakdown, but it feels like it is implied here even if they are not present, almost creating this negative space. The reason I mention this is because though it is not classified as a fougere, it has many indicators of a barber shop fragrance. The other reason is because I'm getting some blue colors in this fragrance apart from the yellow cloud. It could be the power of suggestion from the golden perfume and the sapphire blue cabochon inspired from their jewelry, or could be this hidden note of violet that some have mentioned, or just a splash of dihydromercenol which was getting popular at the time. Now in the far dry down, this amber vanilla gets more softer, a touch more powdery as well. This is joined by a good dose of musks, possibly some cedar and patchouli in there too, and that is how the scent closes out. It diffuses really well, lasts a full day for me. It is classy and mature, so could lean toward dressy occasions, but I just wear it anytime, even to bed because of the soft, snuggly character it has. Though this is called Homme and they have a farm version, I know some women love this. As for my final thoughts, I really enjoy this fragrance. Apparently Boucheron chose the particular address at Place Vendôme for their boutique because they felt that the stones on display reflected the light really well from that particular location, and it seems to have paid off. Obviously, like the fact that the fragrance is a tribute to India in some ways, at a time when the kings had such extravagant lifestyles and had enough wealth to do record commissions from Europe, be it Boucheron or Cartier. The pentagonal bottle design is even based on the structures at their palaces. Also a reminder of how a region with that kind of wealth is a very normal town today, what that kind of wealth has transformed to, even ending up on the neck of an it girl today. While Western brands continue to exploit the craftsmanship and the cultural richness of the region, and some country locals who have made sure things stay the way they were pre-independence. Only difference being that they are industrialists, politicians and business magnates now instead of kings. It's just a callback to the ruthlessness and strangeness of history while it repeats itself. But anyway, let's get back to optimism, because this is an optimistic scent. The timeless, intricate quality it has while still being demure and charming is just great, especially for the price. I mean, I would take this over 90% of what other designer fragrances are being put out today. As such, the quality to price value proposition here, apart from maybe some Lalique fragrances, I don't think I have come across anything that offers anywhere near this kind of value and complexity. I mean, we subconsciously tune our minds, right, when we wear affordable fragrances to adjust to the level of that threshold. Like when eating out at a fast food restaurant, you know what you're getting into. But here, that kind of thought never crosses my mind. I get the same amount of satisfaction from this as with an average Guerlain or a Chanel fragrance. If there is any other affordable fragrance out there that is at this level, I would be really interested. Overall, it fits in this cohort of neoclassical style of fragrances I thoroughly appreciate. Remember, this was just around the time when CK1, Acqua di Gio, L'Odyssée and Le Mal started to change the trajectory of the fragrance industry. So to have survived for more than 25 years and still being appreciated by a lot of people till today is a testament to its eminence. So those have been my thoughts on Jaipur Homme. Thanks for watching, take care and ciao.